guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be something a little bit different. I'm going to put a little giveaway in the beginning of this, so you guys better enter because I spent my own money on this. So it better be good. So I'm going to give away actually I'm going to tell you guys a little funny story before I tell you what I'm going to give away. So when this released, there was an option to get the palette, get the brush set, or there was an option that said shop the collection. So I was just going to get the palette, and so I got the palette in my cart, and then I was like, well, I don't really want to pay for shipping, so I'll just buy the brush set, because why not? So I went to put the brush set in my cart, and it was being like slow, and I know that there was like so much traffic on this website that I'm like, I need to get this in my cart now before it sells out. So I'm like, I'll go to shop the collection because it'll bring up both of them and I can just put add to cart. Well, when you click that button, it adds both things to your cart. So now I have 2 palettes and 1 brush set in my cart. So you know how like when you shop online, it normally gives you the option to remove something that you have in your cart. So I'm like, I'll wait and do that. So when you go to do like view my cart or checkout or something like that, it puts you in like this waiting, like a line almost, where you have to sit on this page and you can't refresh it, you can't leave the page, or you will lose your spot. So I'm like, okay. So I don't get off of it, and then I get to my cart and I see that you can't remove it. So now I'm stuck. I'm like, I can't go back because what if it's sold out? So I ended up getting 2 palettes and 1 brush set of the famous James Charles and Morphe palette. So I have 2 palettes now and 1 brush set. And this is the palette that I used on my eyes today. And I was going to return it, but then I thought, why don't I do a giveaway on my YouTube channel? So you guys better enter. So this is the one that I use. This is not the one that you guys are going to get, obviously. But I'm just going to open this up and show you guys what it looks like, in case if you have not seen it all over the internet. So it looks like this. When you open it, it says Unleash Your Inner Artist up top. And then it has a little plastic piece with all the names on it and then all the colors in here. And you can just like see how big this is. Like my head next to this, it's huge. It's absolutely, like it's so big. I'm gonna leave all the information in the description box, but I'm just gonna tell you guys a little bit about it right now. So I'm gonna have this giveaway open until December 17th. I'll like direct message whoever wins the next day, so the 18th. And then you just have to go to the link that I'm gonna put down in the description box. And then you gotta make sure that you sign in first, like with Facebook or Instagram or even Twitter. And I think you can sign in with an email too, but make sure that you are signed in or you won't like get the points or like the entries for the giveaway. The 3 things I have are to subscribe to my YouTube, and then you can enter using Instagram, and then you can follow me on Twitter. And I think that total gives you like 8 entries. So do all of them to get the most out of the giveaway so you guys can win that. And then it'll like automatically pick one of you guys on the giveaway site that I used. Will be no cheating, so don't blame me for you guys not winning. And hopefully that you guys have a pretty fair chance of winning, since I only have 89 subscribers, so it's pretty low. So hopefully someone gets it that doesn't have it already, but I doubt a lot of you have it because it sells out like an hour after it releases. I think this is going to be their third restock, which is going to go up today. I think it's up right now. It is December 6th at 12:40, but this will probably be up tomorrow. So it'll give you guys a good amount of time to enter this giveaway. So share this video. Don't forget to enter the giveaway. Like this video. Comment down below on things you guys want to see. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. You know, the whole shebang. So this video actually is going to be how I achieve my base makeup and fake perfect skin with my makeup. So if you guys really want to see that, then please just keep on watching. Also, I forgot to mention that I'm going to put in a couple more little goodies that I got. And I'm just going to bring this box up. So I have these little goodies from Tarte, which is one of my favorite cosmetic lines. And I have a little H2O gloss in the shade Getaway. I have a Man-Eater Double Duty Beauty liquid liner. And then I have a Lights Camera Lashes 4-in-1 mascara, which is my favorite mascara. So I'm going to include that in this giveaway with the palette, and then I will send it to you guys, or send it to one of you, whoever wins this. So that is the end of my little giveaway talk. So now continue watching to see how I fake perfect skin. What I do to prep my skin for my foundation is I always wash my face, and then I will go in with my moisturizer. For a smooth base, you want to make sure your skin is very moisturized, because if you have any dry spots, the foundation will cling on to that and it'll make it look very cakey. I don't go in with a primer. Very rare do I do that anymore. I just go straight in with concealer. And I do go in with concealer before foundation, because if I do this, I don't use as much foundation, and I can target where I want the most coverage with this. So I go in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm going in with 2 of them. I have light and light medium sand. I'm going to put the darker one and like spot conceal any pimples, like this little big thing on my cheek here. And then I just put it wherever I normally put concealer. And then I'm going to mix these right here. And then I'm just going to blend that all out with my wet beauty sponge, and this is the sponge from MORPHE. This is my new favorite sponge, and I think it is $8, so and already that made such a huge difference with my skin. So then after that, I go in with my foundation. I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Vanilla. And I always start with a little bit, and then if I need more, I'll go back in. But I always take it on the back of my hand instead of putting it right on my face, because if I put it right on my face, if you get too much, like, you can't really wipe that off. And then I always blend it down my neck. And another trick with concealer is don't put it all the way up, like right underneath your eyes, because if there gets like to be a lot in there, you have creases underneath your eyes, so it just will settle down in there. So I like try and just blend it up in there to get as little as possible so it doesn't crease and look cakey underneath your eyes. So then I maybe used 1 full pump of that foundation, and that is all the coverage that I needed because I concealed before I put that on. So then I go in with my powder, and I'm going to be using the Born This Way from Too Faced, the powder, the translucent one. And I just dump some of that. I just dump some of that in the lid and take my beauty sponge and take the flat end and dip that in and put that underneath my eyes to set that. And I don't load my sponge up with powder. I'm not really baking it. I'm just kind of pressing it into the skin. And I do that to my chin and around my mouth and my forehead. And this is kind of how I set my face too. I don't really use a brush to set it anymore. I kind of just but like blend it in with my beauty sponge. That was a lot. Oops. Okay, once you're all set in place, I then it keeps focusing on my tree in the background. How do you guys like my rose gold Christmas tree? I wanted it so bad when I saw it at Target, and it went 40% off and there was only 2 left, so I snatched that up real quick. But I absolutely love it. So then, once I'm looking real like flat and not, like there's no dimension in my face, I'll go in with my bronzer, but first I'm going to go in with a setting spray. I do this multiple times throughout my makeup routine, and I've been using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and I'll just spray this and like kind of wet my whole face, and it helps to melt the product into your skin throughout. So it just makes it look so much more natural and skin-like. So once that's dry, I'm going to take a brush and my bronzer, and I'm going to use the Too Faced Milk Chocolate bronzer, and this brush from Morphe. It is the M527 brush. It's a big, like, fluffy brush, kind of like tapered some. I'm just going to dip in there and bring some warmth back to my face. This video has my little Sister James giveaway going on. It's only appropriate to sister snatch your contour. So I'm going to dip back into my powder with the flat side of my beauty sponge, and I'm just going to carve out my cheekbones here. And bake that a little bit. And I don't do this every day, but sometimes when I feel like my bronzer or contour is like a little bit messy, I will do this and leave it on for a couple minutes. So then once you look like you got a Santa Claus beard going on, I take my blush and I use the Tarte Amazonian Clay blushes. And this is in the shade Blushing Bride. And I'm just going to take my Morphe E4 brush and I'm just going to pack that on there. And I do go a little bit heavy with my blush because it is the first to wear off. I mean, I think it's heavy for me because I'm not really a blush person, but yeah. So I'm just gonna apply that to the apples of my cheeks and blend it upwards. And then once you brought the color back into your face, I wipe that bake right off. So I'm just going to use this big fluffy brush and brush that off. Okay, so then once I finish that part, I go back in with my setting spray and do the same thing. And then I go in with my highlight before that dries because it makes it a little bit more intense. So I'm going to use the Wet n Wild highlighting powder in the shade Precious Petals, and taking the Morphe M501 and just put that on the high points of my cheeks. And on my nose, and then my Cupid's bow. And then once you are glowing, I just take my, actually I'm going to put lipstick on before I do that. So I'm just going to put on this liquid lip paint from Tarte in the shade Bestie. It's just like a nude. I'm going to put some chapstick on first. Alright, then I just spray this one more time to lock everything in and to melt it all together. And then that is how I achieve flawless skin with makeup, because Lord knows I don't have it. Okay, so do not forget to enter in the giveaway. Everything is listed in my description box below. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.